quiet, please. A little bit of quiet, please. Thank you for coming. We do have two signings. There's two players that have come into the club. So we're going to announce them right now. So there you have it. It's Suso and it's William Jose that have come into the club. Very, very happy to have them here, and I want to take a few questions. Yes.
The transfer window is about to close. How do you feel about the business done?
Really, really happy. Like I say, Jose and Suso, quality players. They're going to be a real asset to the squad. And the players that have left, they leave on good terms and on good deals for the club as well. Yeah.
And can you tell us about the departures?
Yes, so Damian has left. He's off to Monaco, so we'll see him again soon in the Champions League, of course. And Chris Smalling has left for Southampton as well. Go on.
Suso is, of course, a former Liverpool player. How will he be received by the fans?
Very well, I'm sure. He's absolute quality. And we do need to thank Liverpool, of course. His time at the club means he now qualifies as a homegrown player for us. And the player himself, Suso, said he's very excited to be playing, finally, for a proper English club. Go on.
William Jose comes in for relatively big money for a player few have heard of.
Yeah, I mean, few have heard of him now, but give it a couple of weeks and he's going to be a household name. He's absolute quality, and I have absolutely no doubt that although it's a bit of chunk of change right now, it's going to look an absolute bargain come the end of the season. That's all the questions we have. Okay, perfect. Thank you for coming out, and we'll see you next time we have something to announce. Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 8 of our Manchester United Beta Save of FM19. And we'll get to the transfers, we'll sort of wrap them up in just a minute. But before we do that, we've got to have a look at what we have done since last episode. You remember we had 2 draws last time, it was a little bit disappointing. Then we played Southend United in the FA Cup. We got through, we scraped through 1-0. We did dominate the game. You see, we had a bit of an experimental team out. Andreas Pereira got the goal for us in the second half. We dominated the game. We never really looked like we weren't going to win. But we did struggle a little bit to find the goal and then add to it. Then we had the first of our 2 absolutely mammoth results. 6-0 at home to Wolverhampton. We just wow is the only word that you can say there. Jesse Lingard got 2, Pogba Sanchez got 2, and then Suso coming off the bench to make his debut also nicked in with a double. Then we played Brighton away in the league. Now, this game, so I just checked my notes. It was a good performance without really hitting the heights of the Wolverhampton game. Fred and Rojo with the goals. It was just sort of a run-of-the-mill 2-0 away win for a Manchester United squad. We got Chelsea in the FA Cup 4th round, and unbelievable, Jeff. Absolutely destroyed Chelsea. This wasn't a bad Chelsea team they put out. It had Willian, it had Hazard, it was pretty much their first choice team. 6 goals. Matic, Martial, Fred, up. Suso and William Jose as well, nicking in for his first goal in his first start for the club as well. It was just unbelievable. Suso's set-piece delivery is just... it's so good. I'm really, really happy with our signings. Now, for all the goals in between episodes, and there is a few, let me tell you, goals of the month after the Leicester game this episode, make sure you check that out because it's stunning. Some of the team goals we score are absolutely amazing. So this episode is going to be Spurs first up. They're the only team that beat us in the league, and we want revenge, don't we? And then we're going to do Leicester away. But let's get to the transfers and see what has exactly happened here. So we'll go with the ins. First of all, Suso, 52 million raising to 79. Just admire. We've already had a look at him last episode, but just an upgrade on Mata. Just incredible. Mata is essentially unneeded now. Now that we have Suso, but really, really happy to have him. And then William Jose, his game played against Chelsea was just phenomenal. It's better than I thought he would do. We have a very, very capable backup for Lukaku. He might even, and I'm not joking about this, he might actually take his spot in the first team. He was that good against Chelsea. He was just amazing. The outs, as I said, we already knew Fellaini was gone. Damian out for 7.25 million. Not bad money considering his contract's up at the end of the year. Chris Smalling, similar deal. Contract up at the end of the year. Got just over 5 for him. A little bit disappointing. Maybe would have liked a little bit more cash for him. But we don't think he played it. Maybe he played 1 game in the Carabao Cup where we got beaten by Forest. So, yeah, he wasn't playing, so we get him out the door. Gribham and Rashawn Williams, 2 of the youngsters, are out on loan. Doesn't really affect the first team at all, though, does it? So let's go and have a look at the team that is off to face Spurs now, looking for the revenge. And this is it. We're going with the 4-3-3. We're going to see here. We're going to play on the wings. They push up really, really high, so we're going to try and exploit them more direct, getting in behind their fullbacks. So it's De Gea in goal, Shaw, Rojo, Lindelof, and Valencia, Matic, Pogba, and Fred in midfield. Fred has been amazing lately as well. Sanchez and Suso, and then Lukaku. We're going to try playing him as a poacher, just playing off the last man's shoulder since they have such a high line. And there we go. Now, just one little piece of injury news. You may be wondering where Kieran Tierney is. He picked up an injury, so he's out for about another 2 weeks. So we won't see him this episode, unfortunately. But it wasn't too serious, so he will be back and ready to go, hopefully next episode for the Champions League. Let's give the fans a performance to cheer for. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get on out there and hopefully put on a performance similar to Chelsea. Alright, as the Old Trafford fans go ballistic. This is really the only grudge match we have left in the league. I think we have a Manchester derby coming up. We haven't beaten them yet. Suso with the corner. Look at that. It's another sumptuous ball in. Headed away though. Lukaku can't quite get onto that. Fred goes back out to Suso. What can he do? Look at that. Magic in his feet. Decent ball. Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Is that a corner? It is a corner. So that's a sneaky little shot from Suso there. Let's see what we can do. We have been scoring a lot of goals from corners. Oh, and almost another one. Was that Lukaku just over the bar? I haven't specifically been working on them in training, but I think there has been a little bit of... set piece work would just naturally happen in the general course of training anyway, I'm assuming. But yeah, we have been really, really good. Now, we're not dominating the ball here, but what we are doing is creating the chances. Now, that's part of the custom wing play thing that I have set up. It's not a formation where you dominate possession. So, I thought that was an injury for us, but it's just one of them. It's just a Spurs player, boys. It's okay. Let's get creative here. Come on. Here we go. Pogba stands over the free kick. Oh, no, just wide. Yeah. We can... we could look to go back to the controlled possession. To be honest, I am kind of trying something here a little bit as well. I shouldn't be experimenting against Spurs. We want to beat them because they beat us last time. City absolutely destroying Newcastle 3-0. You may have noticed on the Chelsea game too, we were 5-0 up at half-time. It was just amazing. Is that a foul? No. Shaw knocks it into the back post for Suso! Almost. The one thing we didn't do in the transfer window is get in someone to help with Matic. Now, there is still a day technically to go here in the transfer window, but we're not doing anything else. We'll talk about that in the second half, but I did try to bid for quite a number of players, but the money clean teams want from Manchester United for a defensive midfielder, just ridiculous. We have been very much the better team here. Let's go with a passionate. It's time for everyone to dig in. I don't hate that. We'll do some individual team talks and we'll come back for the second half. Okay guys, welcome back. Now we have made a tactical change. I've decided we're going back and we're playing the controlled possession version of the 4-3-3. We don't really have... Suso's not slow, but if we look here, we don't really have super pace there. Good acceleration, so I think he might be better from sort of playing in tight areas. Now, I was saying we didn't really find anyone for Matic. Now, I did say last time that Lewis Cook, Bournemouth wanted over 100 million for him. I then had a look at Ndidi of Leicester. They wanted over 100 million. We tried Pjanic at Juventus. They wanted over 100 million. I even had a look at Emre Can. We could have got him for about 30 million from Juventus, but he wanted like 200 grand a week. So we didn't. We can't have two ex-Liverpool players in the team, can we? That's just ridiculous. So we're going to try and get by with Matic and sort of other people fitting in when needed. I think we can get away with it. I don't see it as being a problem. There's a good ball for Suso. Can he square it? We've got men in the box. He kind of took a little bit of time there. Decent curl on that cross, though, isn't there? Pogba heads down for Fred. Fred! Oh! So close. It just drifted over, didn't it? Alright, let's demand more here. Come on, boys. Alright, from the corner, Suso knocks it in for Lukaku, open, and there's the first goal. Poor marking from Spurs from the corner. Horrible marking, in fact, but Suso's picked him out, and Lukaku just bangs it in. Nicely done, son. Again, we have scored, is that might be our 5th or 6th goal that we scored from a set piece since Suso started taking them. He's just a beast. He just finds the mark every time. Fred's picked up a knock. We'll take him off. We have Herrera on the bench, so that's fine. We can put Herrera on for Fred. We can switch Herrera and Fred around in their roles. Herrera and Pogba, sorry, around in their roles. That all works out for everybody. And we can continue. Alright, now we need to defend the set piece. Lamela knocks it in. Oh, just as bad on the marking. That was horrible. Unmarked inside the 6-yard box. That was horrible. Now I wonder how much of that was just switching Pogba and Herrera around. There's just no one there. It looks like it might have been... Who's number 2? It's probably Valencia, isn't it? Looks like he may have let his man go there. Alright, so what else can we do here? Alexis Sanchez has been quiet. We do have Martial. And is Lingard on the bench as well? Could be an option. I can't remember if I have Lingard on the bench or not. Alright, let's see what Pogba can do. That's a good ball for Sanchez. Look at the men in the back post. Oh, look at Lukaku. Lukaku! Oh! Straight back at them. Take that, Spurs. We'll praise them for that. That was wonderful. That ball from Pogba to find Alexis Sanchez was amazing. Lukaku, unmarked. Look at this ball from Pogba. Beautiful. Straight to his feet. One touch, second touch cross, and then Lukaku in behind the Spurs defence. Taps it home. Great, great football. Another corner. Come on, boys. Now defend this one, please. Come on, get to that. De Gea! What a claim that was. Can we launch something here? We are attacking. I'm wondering if we should maybe just go to positive now that we have the lead. Go on. Okay, he's going to do something stupid here, isn't he? They're not letting us roll it out. That's all right. Rojo's in a little bit of space. Let's just find... There we go. That's decent enough. We should be able to win this header. Lindelof's there. Oh, we're just struggling to get our foot on the ball here. This might be trouble. Oh, Matic. Well done, son. That was superb. Go on, Herrera. Look at Suso in space. Suso, first time for Lukaku. Look at this. Lukaku passed the ball, mate, to Pogba. Pogba! Oh, he's missed it. That would have been the counter-attacking goal of the season, and we've missed it. Oh, Pogba. We do have Lingard on the bench. Do we want to make changes here? We have Leicester coming up in a few days. Matt is not having his best game. Let's leave it. Let's leave it for now. We'll unpause that. Let's give it a demand more. Pogba knocks it in. It's there. Headed. Oh, it's a penalty? It is a penalty. Now, I believe, yes, we have taken Herrera off penalty. So it's going to be Lukaku going for his hat-trick. Now, we've seen this before and he misses. Lukaku, oh my God. That could come back to haunt us. We're going to have to take Lukaku off of penalties. It doesn't matter if he's on a hat-trick. He's just banned. He's banned from taking them. Let's maybe just go a little bit more defensive now. Just make sure we see this game out. Do we want to do a time-wasting sub? It's probably even a bit late for that. Now, I see that there's talk of banning stoppage time substitutions, which I think we can all get behind because there's nothing worse than... Oh, what is that, Matic? That's a good ball from De Gea, though, isn't it? Look at this. We've got to score. We've got to score. Find the man. Pass it, Pogba. Suso, he's just had all that for too long. Oh, what a pass for Herrera, for Lukaku. Oh, my... Somebody shoot. Somebody shoot. Come on. We should get to that. There we go. Well done, Lindelof. Back to Rojo. Rojo's had a really good season for us. I think he's probably been the surprise so far, I think, of players that... Although Fred's been really good as well. Alexis Sanchez. Can he pick out a goal here? Oh, he can! Alexis Sanchez puts the icing on the cake in the 93rd minute. 3-1. That is our revenge for Spurs. They beat us 3-1 too, I think. Or was it 3-2? Can't remember now. But anyway, we've got our revenge. We've at least matched them. We may have got 3-2 against Spurs. This wasn't a bad goal either, was it? Alexis Sanchez back on a little bit of form. Look at that. From the sideline. Cuts in. Go on. Have it, son. That may have taken a deflection. If it didn't take a deflection, then the keeper has some questions to answer, doesn't he? But 3-1 against Spurs. We are in form, boys and girls. We are absolutely smashing the league right now. Valencia has a possible thigh strain. We do have Ashley Young, who can still play down the right, as well as Delo. So we have options if he has picked up a knock. But hopefully that won't be the case. Hopefully it's just a little bit of bruising and he'll be back ready to play... who are we playing? Leicester. Very happy with that. Well done, boys. And there we go. Look at that. We are sitting... I didn't show you the league table before, did I? But there you go. We are... What are we? 9 points clear of Manchester City. We do have City coming up in the league in next episode, I think it is, isn't it? Oh no, we already played City. Where are we? Oh no, it is... We do have City. And it probably will be next episode. We have an FA Cup tie in there. We'll see how we do with that. Anyway, that's not to worry about now. Wait right there. We'll be back for Leicester. Okay, welcome back. We go to Leicester City. We are favourites. They are struggling in the league. You can see they're down there in 15th spot. Only a couple of points above relegation, which surprises me because they have quite a good team when you see it on paper. But let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. It is a few changes from the Tottenham game. De Gea in goal. Shaw, Rojo, Lindelof and Valencia continue across the back. Matic, Herrera and Pogba as the midfield trio. Suso and Sanchez. How could we change that? They go wide. And we're going to have a first look at William Jose on the channel. He starts up top in place of Lukaku. Okay, and here we go. I mean, you look at a team with Evans and Maguire in the centre of defence, you think they'd be doing okay. Chilwell there as well. The mighty Marcus Albright as well. Albrighton, sorry. Okay, let's get on with the team talk here. Expected to pick up where we left off. I've never been a fan of that team talk. Come on, lads, show me what we can do to keep our run going. I don't mind that. Some calm faith, and hopefully it'll bring the green. Looks like it is. There we go. William Jose up front. I'm sure he'll get some goals. Okay, let's see what we can do. I'm trying William Jose in... now we're playing the controlled possession again, but I'm trying him as a deep-lying playmaker. Now, this is what we did against Chelsea, and he really linked up the play well. So I'm hoping we might get something weird-looking header from Herrera, and something similar from him here. Very, very narrow. Look at Valencia. So much space. Can he get a ball across the box? It's... just not quite there for us yet. Herrera back to Matic. Shaw's probably going to be in space. There he is. We need to get down to the byline and get one across the 6-yard box, don't we? We're not quite managing to do that just yet. Go on, Shaw. Get down. There we go. Get your ball across the box. There it is for Jose! 5 minutes into his channel debut and he's knocked one in. What a start. And that's what he brings to us. Never heard of him before Football Manager 2019, quickly becoming one of my favourite players, I have to say. Look at this. You could see it, we were patient, and I like that, but we could see what we needed to do. Shaw just about managed to do it, whipped the ball in, and Jose could not miss, could he? Finally, a Manchester United Jose that we can all love. What a start that is. Alright, let's give it a demand more. Let's not let them sit back and rest on their laurels there. Let's absolutely go for them. Yeah, looking anxious and nervous. They're a struggling team this season, Leicester, in the game, so an early goal is probably, well, the best thing for us, the worst thing for them. We just need to make sure we don't commit a silly mistake, but our defensive record this season is standing up, so we just need to make sure that we concentrate, and that, that should continue. They're getting a little bit of possession here. Go on, Luke Shaw. Go on, well done, son, well done. Alright, let's see what Sanchez has got. Sanchez, he's just got caught on the ball there. He can be a little bit of a hog, can't he, Sanchez? He's completely out of position now, but he's just about done enough to win the ball back for us there. Alright, Pogba, look at Valencia, use your wingers. Oh, he's gone for himself! Ooh. Tell you what, that wasn't a mile away, was it? Not really where we want him to be shooting from, but that's okay. Alright, Rojo. To Sanchez. Look at Luke Shaw bombing forward. Don't bother, Sanchez. Go yourself, mate. Go yourself. Oh, you didn't do that. It's not the worst thing, is it? Let's give it a demand more here. We're not quite... We've got the goal, but we're not quite kicking on, are we? We haven't had as much of the ball as we would had liked to have had. Pogba's picked up a yellow card. That's not too bad, though. One's okay. It's the second one that becomes a problem, isn't it? Vardy's given the ball away there. Rojo, Lindelof building up from the back. Pogba, Herrera. Get the allays going. Herrera, he's done okay there. Skip past Albrighton. Herrera, can he get a cross in? Can he get it used? Oh, that's a nice pass for Matic. For Pogba. Can Pogba turn? He can. Pogba! What a strike from Paul Pogba. We are playing so well right now. We're just destroying everybody that comes in front of us. We can keep this going for the Champions League. What a season it could be. We have Monaco, of course, in the first knockout round. Now that does look doable. Look at that. One touch turn, and that's a crunching finish, isn't it? Right past Kasper Schmeichel. I almost said Peter Schmeichel then. Right past Kasper Schmeichel in goals. Now, at some point, we need to potentially look at subs here. Now, Andreas Pereira, you'll notice him on the bench. He's come to me asking for more football. So I said, I'm not going to guarantee your first team football, mate. This is a very good team you're a part of. What we can do, though, is we can look to bring him off the bench. Now, given that Pogba's on a booking, we're 2-0 up. I'm thinking this could be a good opportunity to do that. Suso has been very, very quiet, just playing the 6.4. I'm wondering, Jesse Lingard as a winger might be an option there. What we could look to do, we've got to say, first half means nothing. Can we say that assertively? First half means nothing. Don't let your foot come off the gas. We will just tell Pogba here not to get yourself sent off because we don't need that. We'll do the same thing to Lindelof. And I'm thinking what we might do, just to see if it makes a difference, bring Suso into the game, is just play him as a winger. Provided we saw there was a lot of width out there, wasn't there? So we might just try that. Sanchez maybe on the other side, that's something we could look to do as well. But if Luke Shaw gets forward, then that's okay. I mean, Valencia was getting forward as well. But I'm just wondering if we're a little bit narrow there for Suso. Herrera knocks in the corner. It's there for Pogba, is it? I think that was Pogba. It was a yellow-carded name anyway. Rojo retrieves. And that's the end of the highlight. Still not really happening for Suso. Can he get an assist from the set piece? Matic! Hey! It's a third goal. Matic and Herrera as well. What's his name? Suso. With the assist. His set piece taking is absolutely amazing. That said, we might look at taking him off because his general play hasn't been there, but that's a cracking ball in, and Matic just rises like a salmon and bang, powers the header in. Our set pieces, like I said, we're not specifically working on them, but we are just absolutely amazing from them right now. We're coming into 60 minutes. I think that's as good a time as any. We'll take Pogba off, rest the legs. Herrera, as I said, he wanted football. We'll give him an opportunity to do just that. We'll just make that one change for now. Sanchez and Suso. We could bring Martial and Lingard on. Maybe change things up out wide. Maybe 70th minute or so, we might look to do that. I think this is a good game just to rest Lukaku. Of course, having William Jose there, it does just help knowing that that's not what I wanted. We have an option there now, so it's not the end of the world if we pick up an injury to Lukaku. But with that said, we don't want to do that. So we'll bring those two on, switch things up in wide areas, and just enjoy the rest of the game. Another set piece. It's a penalty, isn't it? It is a penalty. Who's taking it? Martial. I've been disappointed with him this year. He's looked good on occasion, but just hasn't scored consistently enough. Mind you, he hasn't played that much because Sanchez has been out there. Come on, Martial. Get your goals. Oh, he did score it. Kasper Schmeichel's dove straight over that one. 6th goal of the season for Martial. I mean, it's not horrible, but look at this again. I thought Kasper Schmeichel had that. He has his dive straight over the top of it. But that's 4-0. That's, 7 goals we've scored this episode. If you are enjoying this, please do make sure you hit the thumbs up and like the video. Help people find the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you're new as well. This could be a massive end to the season. And don't forget to, after this game, if you haven't got enough goals, and we've never had enough goals, have we? Goals of the month for the destruction of Wolves and Chelsea. And a few other goals in there as well. Let's try and keep a clean sheet here, boys. Let's not go and do something silly like concede a goal. Oh, Valencia's dove in there. We've dove in twice. Anyway, De Gea has the ball. We've dived in twice. I think that would be how you'd say that. Anyway, this isn't an English class. Herrera knocks it in. Oh, off the bar, was it? Oh, so close for Willian to get his second. Can we do it again? Can we get another corner goal? It's for William Jose. Oh, I tell you what, we probably should have maybe made a little bit more of that. What's his face? Tierney's coming back, so I'm not too worried about Luke Shaw's condition right now because we can rest him. I think Newcastle's next, and we have a week's break before that game. So that's okay. A little bit concerned with, with Matic. Fred had a knock for this game, so we kind of were forced into having Matic, Herrera, and Pogba playing. I'm thinking I might look to play Herrera back there against Newcastle. That's a stunning win. And we might try and give Matic a rest in the upcoming games. But yeah, I mean, that's all for next episode, but that was absolutely amazing. Well done. So there we go. Manchester City just not going away, are they? Still 9 points, and we do have to play them. So if we don't lose that game, then that should be that, shouldn't it, as far as the Premier League title goes? But we meet expectations in dominant win. Absolutely amazing. But guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. We've scored 7 goals. If you haven't enjoyed that, you're very, very hard to please. We've unveiled 2 new signings as well. It's been a great episode. We'll be back tomorrow. What we'll do is we might come back. We'll do Manchester City in the derby, and then we'll skip Crystal Palace and do the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round. But that's all for tomorrow, guys. Until then, thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain. Enjoy our goals of the month. Take care.